we're finally made. Okay, so
we're live on YouTube. And what is that on my forehead?
This is the first time we're actually live on
Can you
YouTube.
see this weird thing right here?
We have to figure out where the camera is on this thing. It's over here on this side. Okay.
Where's the good lighting?
The camera's over here, so that means and then you're just leaning me over there. Okay, so guys, this is going to be our first YouTube live.
I'm so excited.
Ever. And
I don't even know what to say. I'm just so excited because it took us a couple minutes to get on here.
Right.
So we are 9 minutes late. We're sorry. I don't like to be late. Will doesn't mind. He's Cuban, so they have their own Cuban time.
Right. The problem with this is that...
Hi, Bob!
Hey, Bob.
Bob, it's working!
Yay!
I'm so
we got
excited.
comments. We got people on.
I'm so excited.
All right, we have no idea how this worked because we downloaded an actual program called Telestream, Wirecast, to try and do...
Illusions! Hello!
Hey, what's going on? So we were supposed to be on about 15 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's 6:10 our time.
We got some weird light. We
and
gotta straighten
way
up
too
this
much
light.
going on here.
Is that better lighting?
And so this being our first time on YouTube Live.
Hey, Oscar!
What's going on, Oscar? Hey.
This is so fun, guys!
We got like a whole new different audience here.
Malakilo Travels. I hope that pronounced that right. Hey!
What's going on?
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. We have not been on YouTube yet, and I'm so excited.
I know.
I gotta relax a bit. Calm down. Get a little zen so I don't overwhelm you.
All right, so those of you guys who don't know us, basically, I'm Will and I'm
Jessica.
And we are Worldtowning. Well, we're half of Worldtowning. The other two are in the bunks
up
over there.
Doing. Hi guys, can you say hi?
They're doing homework. They're doing, well, it's kind of Saturday afternoon.
Hi, they say hi.
All right, so you can see.
Okay,
but
hi
you're frozen.
Iris. Oh, hi, Mom. Mom says I can see
frozen.
you, but you're frozen and no sound. Okay, so make sure your sound is on.
Can everyone else hear us? If you can hear us, can you give us a thumbs up?
Yeah. Bob says hi, Avalar.
Okay.
So I'm assuming people can hear us because they can hear what we're saying. So, Mom, I don't know what's going on. Check your volume settings, and the frozen part is probably on your end from your Wi-Fi because no, I don't think anyone else is frozen. So, if you're here, shout out. Give us a shout out.
Let us know who you are.
Who you are, where you're from, and this is going to be a Q&A. So
today we're in Pompeii. So we've been here for like the last week. And we're in, hey, what's going on?
From Taiwan? Oh my gosh,
so cool.
Awesome.
All right, so basically, and we've been here, and today, although we've been here for like about 5 days, 6 days.
We have barely left Lemonade.
Barely left Lemonade.
Lemonade, for those of you who are new, hi Matt.
Hey Matt.
Are from London. Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
This is so cool.
So we are camping car, depending on where you are in the world, it's either called a camping car, a motorhome, or an RV, or I don't know, some people call us van life, but I think we're what are you doing?
I don't know. Keep going. I'm
So,
trying to figure this out.
I think Will's trying to figure out the comments because we're not used to them on here.
No.
We've named our camping car Lemonade. So when we reference Lemonade is, we have been in Lemonade in Pompeii for a week now.
Although it's interesting because we can be either in lemonade or we can be drinking limoncello or we can be drinking lemonade.
It's a lemon theme.
Yesterday we were in Sorrento, guys, and we had limoncello. So good.
Morning,
oh my
Linda.
Gosh. Hey, Linda.
And so if you don't know, Sorrento, Italy is known, well, obviously it's beautiful, but it's also known for its citrus, and there's amazing limoncello, and they have mandarincello, and they have tangerine cello, and meloncello, I don't know.
It is so good.
Limoncello creme, and all this stuff. So that's what Will is talking about. We'll tell a little bit about ourselves. Those of you who don't know us, you can obviously ask questions at any point. But we are in Pompeii, Italy.
Yep.
Right now, and we've been here for a week, and then we were at the beginning of a week. So we work and school along the way. We run. Hello, Jack. I hope I pronounced that right.
So.
I'm sorry.
Jack. I think it's just Jack.
Just Jack?
Just Jack.
Maybe. We're terrible at pronouncing things, guys. I'm so sorry if we butcher any names. We are just horrible. So we are traveling around Europe for 2 years in our RV with our 2 kids and our hamster Sunshine, and we are 4 or 5 months, depending on when we count our start date, into our journey. And
you keep saying that we're only
how many months in are we?
We've been in the RV since.
We're gonna have a fight for our first.
We've been in the RV since the beginning of July.
Jack, all right, yay!
Yes,
I love the spelling.
And then we've been on like the world journey now for 4 months, almost a little less than that.
And so let me finish talking about well, go ahead.
No. So right, because we left like the late August, and then so
But we spent the first
September,
month
October, November, and almost December. Well, not even December yet. We're barely into our 4th month. We're not even in our 4th month. We're barely done with our 4th month. But that being the case, we are planning
Will's going to talk
doing...
for a minute while I try and figure out how to access the comments on here, because we used to go on Facebook Live. And...
Yeah, I don't know how this works. This is why I was trying to do it on the other...
Okay, you keep talking.
This is what I was trying to do on the other computer.
I'm such a techie. I'm so good.
You're not that good. But...
Okay, let me see if I can get it on my phone, because I don't want to miss any comments.
All
okay.
Right. Well, I think they're just popping up, just like that. You're from Gibraltar. Hey,
okay,
how's it going?
But then they go away.
No, we don't want to stop live stream.
Oh, hold on. Guys, sorry, we're new at this. How do you get that thing off?
Stop pushing buttons.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
All right. So, anyway, I'm going to put it on here so we can see it as it goes along.
Okay.
All right. So, basically, we've been chugging along for the last, I guess, 5 months in the RV, but in our world tour for the last 3.5 months. And we've gone to Switzerland. We've gone to Italy, where we're in right now, Germany, Austria, Slovenia, and then back to Italy. So... essentially, we are on a plan for 2 years, probably more at this point. And
hold on.
Now
sorry, technical difficulties.
And what we plan on doing is seeing every single country in Europe, and we know that it's going to be a challenge in an RV because we're also running a business. We're also educating our kids, and we're just living our lives, and we're trying to do it all while we're staying warm. And being warm in Europe nowadays is a super challenge, guys.
God, it's freezing
because
here.
it is freezing. We are in Pompeii, so we're like halfway towards Sicily, and we'd think it'd be warm by now, but this morning it was in the low 40s, high 30s with a wind chill.
Awful.
So we have struggles with that, and so I do apologize if our videos are not coming out as fast as we'd like them to, but we're trying to manage our clothing situation.
Is it this, Bob? Bob said the lighting got better. This is our special sophisticated lighting system.
Look at that.
Look at this. This is so awesome. You know what this is? It's called opening the laptops. That's what the laptop. Okay, so what business do we run? Matt, we're going to get to that in just a minute. I want to get Will, because I know comments are popping up, but they're going away, and I can't figure out how to access them. Very technical, Bob. So Will's going to access the comments so that we can make sure we don't miss anyone's comment. And I'm going to talk about how we started our journey. You didn't talk about that when I was trying to figure it out.
No, we haven't. No.
So we have been...
We were doing tech support.
We were doing tech support, which is always frightening. We have been traveling now for a little over 3 years. 3 years and a couple of months.
We got 2 laptops on
I know,
us.
2 laptops. Who needs lighting when you got 2 laptops on bright? All right, I'll let you figure that out while I talk with them about that. And at some point in these lives, we'll talk about why we chose this lifestyle and our previous life. But for the sake of right now, unless anyone has other questions, let's talk about how long we've been traveling and where we started. So a little over 3 years. We started in Costa Rica. We spent 12 months in Costa Rica. And then we spent 9 months in Ecuador, in Quito, Ecuador. And then we spent 10 months in the south of France, in Yère, France. Oh, there are the comments. Yay, we got them.
Okay.
And then after our time in France ended, which was in July, we decided to do a camping car around Europe for 2 years in...
Look how good we look, by the way. Our lighting is amazing.
Damn, we're hot.
Who needs to buy lighting when you have 2 laptops?
Oh my gosh.
This is
Look at
great.
us. Wow.
All right, anyway, so just to give you an idea of the tech support that we have going on here.
Hold on with the tech support. I got to finish our story.
All right, finish
So I've caught you up to present day. In July, we hopped into the camping car, RV, motorhome, whatever you want to call it, and we are off, as Will said, for 2 years around Europe to see every country in Europe. We're not going to see every site because, like you said, we're working and schooling along the way. It's crazy. We're running a business, and we're parenting, and we're adventuring, but it is really, really cool. That being said, did you have something you want to say? I want to look at the comments.
That being said, this is life. So as much as sort of life happens and we're adventuring every day, we're still doing life. So, every day is not a vacation.
No.
We're doing our best to try.
We still have to do laundry. We
still have to dump the poop.
We sometimes fight.
We still have to
We have to
cook
find electricity
and
to
do
plug into.
dishes
Aren't we selling it?
It's
It really is great, because let me tell you, the stuff that's not so great, we wouldn't keep doing this if it wasn't great, right? Did we figure out where the camera is on here? That end.
Okay, but I have...
Okay. I'm going to answer some comments here. We have...
All right.
From Gibraltar, UK territory, southernmost tip of Spain. Will be traveling the world in a Mitsubishi 4x4.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Oh, thank you for saying we're part of your inspiration. That is really cool. Thank you. We love hearing that, not because we're egocentric, but because we like... because so many people want to do this. Okay, I'm not going to get emotional on this first one, I promise. But so many people want to do this. They think it's not possible. Here's the reality, guys. We're not rich. We're not funded by parents. We're not living extravagant. We're just working hard and going after what we want in life and what we love. And if we can do it, we're not brain surgeons. I mean, our moms might say we're pretty damn smart, but in general, we're just average people like everyone else, and we're just making this happen.
I think our parents see beyond all of our illusions.
And so you don't think they think we're smart?
I don't think they think we're smart.
All right.
We left home, therefore we're the ones who are sort of the ones who are not staying true to the course.
Yeah. We're rebels, guys, obviously. Okay, let's see. Let me see what's going on here with comments. You guys, if you have questions, put them in. We love to talk, and normally when we do these on Facebook, we have a topic, but we kind of wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get to know us and ask us what you want to ask, and so we're here for you.
All right, so while you're looking at comments, let me talk about...
No, I'm already caught up on comments.
Oh, you're caught up on comments?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so where are we at...
Oh, wait, we got a question.
All right.
Is it showing up?
I don't know.
Okay, Travel Buggers says, after Europe, do you have any other destinations you're interested? Oh my gosh, Travel Buggers.
All right, let's talk about our 5-year plan.
We have enough to last us until probably dying, if we plan on dying at 110.
It's funny because whenever you have like a job interview, everyone says, what's your 5-year plan? Well, we definitely have a 5 and 10 and 15 and 20-year plan.
Now, here's the thing. We're traveling with 2 kids. Will and I are human beings, and I shouldn't say kids. We have a teen and a tween. We are like anyone else. We're human. We have changes. We define different things we want to do in life. So all this can change. But our plan after the 2 years RVing Europe is
that after the 2 years, and it actually be maybe 3 years, we don't know because
we're moving slower than we thought.
We have this really bad habit of sticking around places longer than we think we should.
Yeah, we fall in love with people and places
And so, like, for instance, we thought at this point in December, we thought we'd be back in France by
now.
now.
I think we thought we'd be in Spain by now.
We'd crossing into Spain.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And look, we're
still in Italy.
And we have to skip the southern part of Italy, Sicily.
All right, wait. Well, anyway. Hold on. So moving on. We'll talk about sort of our long-term plan now, then our short-term plan afterwards. Okay. So basically, our plan is to be in the RV for the next year. I'm sorry, next 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. We don't know.
Unless we want to kill each other.
We have a lot of dreams of things that we want to see. I mean, if we're not going to stop in this until we basically finish hitting like Norway, Sweden, Finland, and then all the way back to Denmark.
Yeah.
Like our swan song is going to be Amsterdam, essentially.
Yeah.
That's where we plan on not necessarily ending it, but basically
and in the middle, I have this dream of taking 6 months and parking old Lemonade in someplace warm so she can be pampered and going to hike the Appalachian Trail. I want to do this while our kids are still in the young teen tween age, but I don't know how that's going to work into the equation.
But in the meantime, we want to go to Turkey, we want to go to Greece, we want to go to Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, basically Romania, Bulgaria, Ukraine. I mean, if it's there in Europe, we're going to go see it because we have a house that rolls around and might as well take it to places. And so this is really fun.
So after Europe, what are we doing after Europe?
After Europe, our plan is Southeast Asia. Now the question is, we don't know how we're going to do Southeast Asia.
Yeah. We have some different plans.
We have some different plans. One of them involves a sailing RV.
People are going to start Googling that now. What's a sailing RV?
What's a sailing RV? Basically, it's a sailboat, but it's a house that sails so it's a traveling house on water as opposed to a traveling house on wheels.
No, but here's the thing, guys, okay?
Everyone
get ready. None of us know how to sail. So we're going to have to be stationary for a little bit. Will thinks that we're just going to learn over the weekend and take off and head to Southeast Asia. Jessica has a different plan because I don't fancy dying by way of drowning or running into anything. So we've talked about just going backpack Southeast Asia for a year and then learning to sail Australia, New Zealand. We've talked about learning to sail maybe in the south of France and then taking off to Southeast Asia. We don't really know, and that's what we want to do, but things can change, and we operate our life from the perspective of a team. Our kids are 10 and 13 now, and they do get a say in what we do. We get the final vote, and obviously they're kids, so their say is a little different, and we take budget into consideration.
And to be truthful, they get more of a say than they think they know they do.
They do. I know.
Because our whole goal with everything that we're doing is we're trying to make their life just magical and to give them a perspective of the world,
them through the world
that you'd never get anywhere in a textbook. So if we can do that through an RV and we can sustain it forever, then we're going to do it. And so, the idea is to keep everyone happy in this box that we roll around in so that we can sort of continue on.
But in the event, someone becomes disenchanted, then we'll reevaluate and change course. But as it stands right now, we want to do Southeast Asia and we want to do New Zealand and Australia. We just don't know in what capacity. The sailboat would be ideal, but we have to kind of factor in different things. We want to be able to do Southeast Asia and the sailboat before our eldest goes to university, and we've got 4.5 years before that happens. So we'll see. I mean, it's a lot. And then after that, I don't know, we'll still have our youngest, so we'll probably sail around, that whole area for a while. And then, I don't know. We haven't really thought about it. I mean, we've talked about different things after that, but I don't think we've kind of gotten that far. Us even planning 2 years out is pretty extreme.
After that, we're going to become like extreme triathletes, and we're going to go around the world doing triathlons, and we're going to rock the master's class.
So, Ulf, I think I'm pronouncing that right, wants to know how we're going about metric, milliliter, liters when cooking, Celsius describing the weather, kilometers when talking about your travels.
We have one really good friend that helps us out with
all
this.
The time.
It's called Siri.
Google.
And basically we do everything.
Excuse me.
Siri, convert 12 ounces into milliliters.
I mean, we can do a lot of it in our head now because we have been in Europe. And we've been traveling outside the U.S. where a lot of people do use Celsius and liters and all that stuff.
What has been easy is temperatures. I think we're getting a lot more adept to understanding what 17 degrees Celsius is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, using 0 as a metric that we never want to hit. As long as we're north of like 8, I think we're happy.
Yeah.
but essentially, once we start hitting that, 2, 3, 4, we start getting a little scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're not precise, but we're good enough with temperature to feel our way around. As far as cooking, we're just, I mean, we're not there. We're not close to there.
Usually what I do is I just do a conversion of cups, and I just convert it on the phone, or if I'm in the kitchen, if whoever's in the kitchen needs a conversion, they usually yell to someone who's at a computer and they do the conversion for them. And that's pretty much how it goes. I mean, we're not great at it, but there's definitely other things that have been more challenging in this whole process than that. If we could find a way to get someone else to dump the poop, I would be so happy. Like if there was an app for that, if I could just go,
that doesn't even bother
hello,
me.
Google, dump the poop, it would be so. Will doesn't seem to mind it. He does it most of the time, but I don't. Wow, what was that flash?
That's big lightning.
Whoa, we're getting
Welcome
a big storm
to Pompeii.
here.
The Mount Vesuvius is about to erupt again.
Oh, great. All right, Jack's invited us to Poland. We're heading that. Wow.
We are heading to Poland.
Did you hear that thunder?
We're planning on being in Poland around, I would say, at the rate we're going, I would say we're going to be in Poland around
2024.
No, stop it. Around August, I would say, of next year, maybe July. I mean, we've got. So let's talk about our route. So we've talked about sort of long-term plan. Let's talk about
and
short-term plan.
And we will get to how we make money.
Yep. So
because that's really important. I won't forget that. I promise.
So what is our short-term plan, and how do we plan on getting there? Well, we're in it. How we plan on getting there, but essentially, our short-term plan is this: we wanted to go down to, because as far as seeing every single country in Europe, one of the countries that was on our list, and we're having a little slight deviation, which we haven't really announced to anyone, I think, except for on our Facebook Live last week, we talked about it. But we were planning on going south to Sicily and then going to Malta to hit country number 10, I think it was. I don't even know what country it was. But we're seeing that this weather is not cooperating with us, so we're gonna skip going down to Malta for the time being, even though Malta's super warm. But we're gonna head back up and go back to France, where it's not necessarily warm, with the intention of skating through that and then going down to southern Spain, because that and Morocco, which we're still on the fence on, those are our winter plans.
Morocco is one of my dream places to go to. However, I don't want to rush through Spain and miss Spain, because I will always be able to go to Morocco, right? And we could always go back to Spain, I guess. But the problem, or not the problem, I mean, we're fortunate to be able to do this, but we're working and schooling along the way. So we're not adventuring and seeing things every day. On a good week, we get 3 days. But consistently, usually it's about 2 days out adventuring, if 1 to 2 days a week. If we're in the middle of a city or an area, maybe we can go out after work or school, but pretty much Monday through Thursday, we're working and schooling, meeting with clients, and then Friday the kids don't have school. Sometimes we do a half day of something, or maybe a full day on a Saturday, but we're really making an effort to take at least one day off for the kids a week, just for them to recharge. And Will and I really need it too. We don't take it, but we're really, after the new year, we're going to try and take it. We started a business, and we'll get to that. And so we're really putting all of our effort and energy into it so that so that it can continue to grow. Whereas we sometimes feel guilty taking a day off, or just we want to keep moving forward. So we only get on average maybe 1 to 3 days to do something during the week and see where we are.
Well, that's life, though. I mean, we're
I'm
living
not,
our life, and so
listen. I'm not complaining. This is not.
We're not on vacation.
We're not on vacation. And it's a great way to live.
It'd be awesome to see
Oh my God, for 2 years. It's a great way to live, but we have responsibilities and everything along the way. So
I just
we got a bunch of questions.
You know what I just realized here, by the way? We can see all the thumbs ups on here, which is pretty cool. Guys, if you guys are on here, give us a thumbs up, honestly. If you guys like this stuff. And I think more people actually get spread on this thing.
Bob says the camera's slightly more to the right. Oh, okay.
Well, sorry, Bob.
Who's right, Bob? All right, Bob, I love it.
All right.
Travel Bugger says, will the kids get a break for Christmas? Yes. So the kids are getting pretty much a 3-week Christmas break. They have a variety of ways we educate them, and that will take a long time to discuss. So we'll talk about that on another live. But basically, they have 2 weeks solid, no schoolwork, and then in the first week, but of 3 weeks, they have a couple classes that aren't running on the first week, and a couple classes that aren't running on the last week. So basically, they will get a break. They need a break. And we're all looking forward to that. Our plan is actually we're going to be in Barcelona over Christmas, and we're going to actually go into an Airbnb for a week so we can cook, because we don't have an oven here and everyone wants to bake and be festive during the holidays. And also we want to hibernate a bit. Will and I don't know if it's possible for Will and I, frankly, but we're going to try and take a week off. And you'll see if that's true or not. You'll see the YouTube videos. If you're on Instagram, you see our Instagram stories. You'll know if that we always say we're going to take time off, and we don't.
So we got comments. Hold on.
All right.
So basically, that is our break for Christmas. And during the break for Christmas, while you're looking at that, basically, we plan on getting super caught up on videos. So one of our problems is, so as we've already told you, we are, by the way, hi, welcome, we're Worldtowning, Will and Jessica. For those of you just jump on board, we are in Pompeii, Italy, and we are super excited to have you guys with us. One of the things that we plan on doing during Christmas, because our last video was,
we're already planning not to work. To work.
We never stop working. That's the problem. But that's not a problem. We love this stuff. I mean, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing now if we didn't like it. So
yeah, we actually love what we do. So I'm not complaining about the work because we love it. But okay, go ahead.
So one of the things we plan on doing while we are on break for Christmas from school, because we as we manage and we proctor a lot of the stuff for school, we will have that, and that'll free us up for time to actually get caught up on videos. So
Will's thinking about doing the 12 days of Christmas, which actually starts on Christmas Day to catch up all the videos.
It's funny because some people are doing like the 12 days of Vlogmas, which started yesterday. Some people, I don't even know what you call it, but I need time to get caught up. And so with the fact that we are now in southern Italy, technically, we have stuff from Slovenia, we have stuff from Venice,
Northern Italy.
We have stuff from San Marino,
from
stuff from Rome,
from our first work
from
away.
our work away. By the way, workaways are awesome. If you get a chance to do it.
We had a great experience.
So cool. And then while we are sort of hunkered down for Christmas, I will work my tail off to get those things caught up, because I'd like to do like 12 days in a row, go daily, because I think that's only what
Will has
this
goal of punching this up to 3 to 4 days a week of vlogs.
So let me ask you a question.
Wait. Okay, hold your question.
Oh my gosh,
questions.
you're
Okay.
All right.
All right. Diogo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
Diogo.
Lives in X. I saw your videos, so I know that you live in Provence. Are you disappointed not to have seen the snow this morning? Yes. I'm glad we're not there in Lemonade, our camping car,
But we've seen all the pictures on Facebook.
Because we wouldn't have been able to move. But all of our friends in are texting us pictures of the snow, and we haven't lived in snow since we lived in Boston 3 years ago, and I would love to get in the snow, and I'd like to take a picture of Lemonade in the snow.
That would be great. That would be great for our channel cover. Imagine, Lemonade in snow, all of us with ski gear.
Diogo, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm so sorry. Said it's already melted.
I know. Unfortunately. So, I mean, Diogo, and for everyone else, we were living in France, southern France, for a year. Our home base was a place called Hyères, and it's not like it's Hyères, and it's about an hour east of Marseille, about an hour and a half west of Nice. They just got the whole southern coast of France got snow this morning, which is it's crazy. We didn't get that last year, and I'm so glad because honestly,
it would have been cold.
It would have been really cold.
I don't think it would have been equipped. Iris says, "Hi, Mom. How do you share at that? That's my mom. At the bottom of the video, there's a
if you want, it depends on if you're looking at it from your tablet. I think there's like a little share button. I'm not sure how it works on your tablet.
Go ahead and share. Please share. Anyone can share. We'd love it.
If you share and you get the link, and then you can post it to your Facebook and share it to all your friends.
Awesome. We love you for that.
Thank you, and you can give us all a thumbs up. That'd be better.
Hi from Singapore, Ethan. Oh my gosh,
Hey.
how cool, Singapore. Hi from Hawaii.
What's going on?
Lily Lani Photography.
We've been to Hawaii.
Please
we have
come
not been to Singapore.
We have not been to Singapore, but when we head that away, we will come to Singapore.
But I hear the Singapore airport's like the best airport in the whole wide world.
We'll probably be driving lemonade there. We are, let's see, Malakio. We are aware of the political situation in Barcelona. We actually are staying half an hour outside the city, but we'd probably still go anyway. We'll go into the city.
I don't think it's going to get into riots.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if it is, it's not going to be. Well, let's just put it this way: we're not going to hang out there where there's riots.
Right.
If there's riots and it's nearby us, we'll just stay inside and sort of watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll hunker down.
Right.
Paul says, "Are we coming to the UK?" Yes, UK is going to be the first spot we hit when we come out from underneath the cover of darkness, leaving the sun of Spain. We're going to head up after the winter, head up the western part of France, and then head over the UK. I think we're going to be in the UK for a couple of months, right?
Right. So
I'm a little nervous because I think it's going to be really cold when we get there.
Well, going back to our plan is basically to winter in southern Spain and Morocco, and then after we weathered the winter and we're ready to head back up, then we're going to head back up to Portugal, and then we still have to go to Andorra. And the issue that we have with Andorra is this. The issue is that because of the weather now, and Andorra is somewhat in the Pyrenees, I think it is in the Pyrenees, we don't want to take this thing through the snow, and so we're going to skip, I think, Andorra on the way down and probably catch it on the way up.
On the way back. So it's got to be warm enough for us to go through Andorra before we head to the UK. I think if Will has his way, we will be leaving.
If we have our way, we'd be skiing.
We'll be leaving in the middle of the snow, but Jessica won't be going with him. So, let's see. Are we cold? It's cold. It's cold. If you're not following us on Instagram under Worldtowning, go for it. Go check us out. I do Insta stories. I probably do 10 to 20 a day, depending on what's going on. If we're hunkering down working, I don't do too many just because it gets kind of boring watching us work. But you'll see us all bundled up. It's cold, and I don't like to be cold, so I have hats and mittens and gloves and scarves and you name it. I had 2 pair of pants on today and wool socks up to my knees. I mean, I stay warm. It's cold here, but apparently they're having unusually cold weather. So this is
like all over Europe, unfortunately, and we are the proud recipients of it in our tin box.
Lily Laney says it's crazy. It's crazy weather in Honolulu. So I think it's just going all over the place.
So Iris had a question about the sharing button. So Iris, if you look at your screen at the bottom right-hand corner, there should be like a little thing with 3 buttons on it. I think, hopefully, maybe not. I don't know. At least that's what I see. And then if you click on that, there should be something that says share. Now, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. If not, then I can't help you. But so hopefully that works.
Okay.
Thank you for wanting to share, by the way. We do appreciate it.
Yes. You should do some Christmas decorations on the RV.
We
have them. We have them in the RV.
Turned on.
We have these little like Christmas trees that light up. We have back here we have red lights hanging. Right here we have a Christmas tree. You can't really see it. We have snowflakes on the sides, and we have some mistletoe.
Whoa.
We have some mistletoe hanging around, and we have an handmade advent calendar, and then over here on the window we have some of those sticky. I don't want to move the camera.
We have snowflakes,
sticky stuff, and so we have quite a bit.
I mean, with the kids are so excited for Christmas, and it doesn't matter whether we're in a 21-foot RV or whether we're in a big Airbnb.
I gotta fix
this. We're gonna decorate
Bob.
This place. Are we okay, Bob?
Oh, we sent her, Bob. So we decorate. We do all kinds of things. We do it on a small scale, but we do the best we can. All right. All right, thank you, Travel Buggers. Mom, Travel Buggers is helping you here.
This is a group effort
Tech
here.
support. Jack, yes, we did fix the heater.
So, okay,
oh my gosh! If we didn't have the heat right now, I would not be on here because
so what happened with the heater?
Sleeping in a hostel.
So thank you for so basically Jack's been watching us for a while, and in a lot of the videos we talked about how our heater was no longer working, and then finally in Germany we got it fixed, and what happened was that we got it was a fuse. It was so simple. It was just a fuse that was broken. And we got to the RV place, and we thought that we were going to have to spend like 2 days. And he just said he popped one in. It's like fixed. So we were super excited about that. And
then he gave us like a handful of extra ones to take with us just in case. And if it's getting loud here, guys, it's because it started pouring. I can't believe we were on a tour all day today, and it didn't rain at all, and it was supposed to rain all day, but now it's pouring. So I'm so happy it didn't rain today on the tour because that could have been ugly. Thank you, Travel Buggers, for helping my mom. I really appreciate it. She was our biggest fan. I don't know. Bob's right up there too over on Facebook Live, and I appreciate your helping her. You can hear it, Bob? Is it? Can you
crazy?
Still hear us? I feel like I have to talk
I'm
louder.
Sure they can hear us.
Let's go for a run in the rain. All right. So we had a question here. Okay, right? Let's see, where was it? Our budget.
Wait. Do we have a budget?
Do we have a budget?
And the answer is yes. Now the question is, how well do we stick to it? Is the big question.
I think we're good at sticking with it in the sense of
like on a rolling average, we're okay.
Yeah.
And essentially what that means is that we have days in which we will do a tour, which will blow the budget, but then we have 4 or 5 days in which we'll have
we do nothing.
We have $0 days.
Yeah.
So we try and stay good on that in that respect.
So here's what we do. We actually share. I share what we've spent the previous month on our newsletter. So if you go to our worldtowning.com website, it'll pop up to say, do you want to join the newsletter? Once a month, I send that out. In the newsletter, I do not include medical. I do not include medical, business expenses, or the kids' schooling, because those are things that aren't necessarily applied to every family. And those are things that we tend to spend. We don't go crazy on money, but we do carry medical insurance. We do spend on the kids' education, and we do have business expenses. So I try to keep it pretty basic with like camping, food, repairs, gas, tolls, that kind of stuff. We eat out once a week, maybe twice,
And we
but
do
it's
coffee
simple.
daily.
He does coffee daily.
But in Italy,
it's so
you can get like the
inexpensive
little
here.
coffee machines for like 90 cents.
We try. Now,
you're
I
good.
saw on here something about boondocking. Let's see. I think.
Hold on, you're going way to the top now.
Okay, wait. Well, okay. So we try to stay out of campgrounds as much as possible. Not because they add up in cost, and we don't feel like the benefits there. However, for work, sometimes we really need to just hunker down for a couple of days, and the convenience of a campground really works for us. Finding them in off season is great because they're not as expensive. We're very, very frugal in many ways, so that we're able to live this lifestyle. We don't want to be able to not do something interesting that is a once in a lifetime opportunity because we don't have the budget. So we will cut corners in other ways.
Right, and I think the biggest thing that we cut corners on, because it's so easy to get be walking around and just see a place to eat, and it's restaurants that kill you.
We take food with us.
We take food with us, and that's our big thing.
We went to Capri. Okay, it's very sushi, fancy island. We went and we brought bread and ham and hummus and our own water, and we did not spend. I think Will got a coffee.
We spent money on buses.
The buses, the transportation to get there were expensive, but other than that, we didn't spend an ounce on food. It's hard because when you're traveling like this, I think part of the cultural experience is to try the food. So I would say we eat out at least once a week, but it's never, like obviously experiencing the food in Italy has been pretty, not as expensive as other places, but we really like to try the food as well. So we also do where everyone has a night that they cook, and one of our kind of rules for it is one of the kids, when it's their night, every other week they switch and they have to cook a meal of the country we're in.
The country we're in. So
it helps us understand the food more
and being in Italy, it's really easy to do that. Pasta is it's
and then
we
spent a week at a work away, and we learned. I feel like I've got like a total. I feel like I'm Italian
we got total education on how to make pasta carbonara and how to make risotto
and all this dried
so
stuff from
amazing.
the fruits that we were. It was unbelievable. So
but with that, we have to buy now a
food processor.
A food processor.
No, food dehydrator. We're not going to do that. I'm just kidding. But so we do a budget. We don't necessarily stick to the daily budget, but we stick to a weekly budget. So if we say, like, for example, we went on a tour of Pompeii today. We both think it was pretty pricey, but we haven't done one thing all week. We bought our groceries. We buy groceries usually twice a week. We have a lot of grains and stuff like that that's pretty inexpensive to eat. Couscous, quinoa. We keep it super duper simple, and we felt compelled to go on the tour. So
we got to do power because we got a lot of comments here.
Okay, let's see. So wait. Oops, whoa, dude. Okay, right. Wait. I want to make sure where I left off. Where did we leave off?
It's moving. So let's stop right here.
Okay, it's right here.
So Jack was asking about the propane cylinders. No, the propane cylinders. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this is a whole other thing.
All right. So being in the RV and being in Europe, and for those of you guys in the U.S. And in an RV, please sympathize with us because
it's totally different than the US.
Propane is like a big deal here, and not that propane's not a big deal anywhere you go. But here, if you want to swap out tanks for propane, it depends on which country you're at as how you swap them out. So you start off in France. Let's just say you're starting off in France like we did, and then you're driving around. You go to Germany and you want to swap out your propane tanks. It doesn't work. You have to go ahead and pretty much throw away your French tanks unless you can find someone to give them to, so you can get German tanks because their tanks are different than the French tanks, and then you have to get those refilled. We're
on the last little bit of our
last French tank.
Our last French tank. So, and we're leaving for France on Monday, so we got to make it work. So if you don't hear from us again, it means we froze to death.
Germany and Austria and Slovenia, they all pretty much worked on the same tank system, which was pretty good.
Yep.
We're in Italy now. Italy has got like the blue tank, and which is different than the light blue tank, which is French, and the gray tank that's Germany, Austria, and Slovenia, and essentially we need to find either some place to refill our tanks, like the big monster tank places that they refill everything, which those guys will, like the master wholesalers of propane. If we go there, they'll help us out. If not, then we have to buy an Italian tank, which we don't want to do.
So we're trying to be really we're conservative on the heat until we leave.
So we're layering up a lot.
Okay, so
does that make sense? I hope so.
So we get a question? Do we find it difficult to wild camp in Europe? Let me tell you this: if it was just Will and I
don't think so.
No, not at all. Listen, the only reason we're in campgrounds is because we're working and schooling, and we pop into them every now and then because we have to hyper focus on kids. Go put in a load of laundry. We need to hook up to electricity. We have solar panels, but because of our work and the schooling, we need them from time to time.
And because the weather
if you're not working and you're not schooling,
out of control,
I think that from my experience, if it was just Will and I and we were traveling around and we weren't working, you can boondock a free camp any place. Now, it may not be, you may be in a parking lot, but it may be authorized to spend the night there. You may not have hookups, but you can legally stay there and it's free. We've found some great airs in France and other places, and we've slept in parking lots before. A lot of the big kind of box stores, you can stay there for free.
Right.
We could boondock 100%.
There's 6 different apps that help you for boondocking, and like we use Park for Night, but there's a whole bunch of others that we have on our phones, and
we love Park for Night.
And essentially, I mean, if it wasn't for the kids needing to be
and us for a little bit for
electricity and everything else,
and us for a little bit for our sanity. For example, in Switzerland, I mean, it rained for 3 weeks straight. Well, the kids can't go outside and play, and it's really difficult to kind of get work done here and then showering when everyone's inside all the time. So we went to a campground for 2 days. Everyone could go take a big hot shower. I mean, we have a shower back there,
miraculous.
But we could take hot showers. We could do our laundry. We could dry it because when it's raining, it's not really that easy to dry it inside the camping car. But we did it because the circumstances of our life, not necessarily because it was unavailable to find. Let's see. Andorra in an RV, be aware, extremely windy roads there. That is good to know because I like hearing that because maybe we park lemonade someplace and we take a bus or something.
We've heard that about the Cinque Terre as well. So I think we're going to
And we heard that about the Amalfi Coast. You can't take a camping car there. So we'll go visit it via bus. So thank you for that tip.
Via bus on that one.
Eaton says, keep up the good videos. Thank you very much.
It's a
and
labor
thank
of
you,
love.
Travel Buggers, for helping my mom. I really appreciate it.
You're invited to Christmas dinner with her.
Yeah. What program does Avalon use for learning Spanish? Okay. So when we lived in Ecuador, Avalon and I...
Well, let's talk about languages for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so basically our kids are fluent now in English, obviously. They're fluent in French and they're fluent in we'll talk about French and Spanish, but basically they're fluent in English, French, and Spanish, and each one has their own little particular story besides English, being born to English-speaking people.
We'll talk about Spanish right now. We can cover French another time, but
okay.
Basically they started getting their French when we moved to Costa Rica. Largo was in a French and Spanish school, so he got it that way. Avalon had a tutor 3 hours a week, plus she was part of a local dance group where the kids didn't speak a lick of English. So that's how she got her Spanish. That's how he got his. When we moved to Ecuador, she went to Spanish school with me and had 3 hours a week of Spanish class, and Largo went to a French and Spanish school again. And then when we moved to France, Avalon had Spanish at school. Largo did not. So we had our teacher from Ecuador do Skype with him a couple hours a week, and her just a half an hour just to keep up with some of the things she wasn't getting at school. I wasn't particularly happy with this teacher. She wasn't great with kids. So I went on Preply and looked around for someone that had really good ratings. And then I approached them and said, listen, you're a little bit above our budget. If I can commit 2 kids 4 hours a week to you for a school year, will you come down to my price? And she did. And I said, I'm going to need you to build a program. I'm not super picky, but I want them to be learning about things, other than just boring like grammar stuff. I want you to teach grammar in a way that's interesting and exciting for them. And she is fabulous, and they adore her.
They really do like her.
She was talking about
I think they say that she's her favorite teacher.
Global warming, really kindness, really great, amazing.
Are we going to visit her when we go to Spain?
Probably.
Yeah, we should.
So I just, that's how I found her, and she's fabulous, and she's young and energetic, and I said, I don't like to micromanage. I said, this is what I need. Can you do it? And she said, okay, and she built the program. And I have all the confidence in the world for her, and the kids love it, which is important as well.
Yep.
Carl says...
By the way, for those of you who are new watching, welcome, by the way.
Yeah, if you're new getting in here now.
Welcome to our first Facebook Live, or YouTube Live, sorry.
Worldtowning. Don't say that nasty word over here.
I know. We actually, for those of you who don't know, we used to do, as of last week, was our last Facebook Live.
We were doing the lives on Facebook. We were like, we're going to go over to YouTube.
But because I don't know, it was something different.
Well, don't tell Facebook, but we like you guys better. We like YouTube better. Not you guys. We like YouTube. I like YouTube better.
But anyway, all right. So welcome. We are in Pompeii, Italy.
Traveling around Europe.
Yep. In an RV.
Carl says, cool that cooking is part of school. Absolutely, you're right. We all need to know how to cook. We're going to feed ourselves. Let's see. Travel buggers. Did you guys take out insurance? And how much does it cost for a family for medical insurance or insurance on the RV?
Yes.
Okay, yes. We have. We'll go on each. We have medical insurance. We have vehicle insurance. We do not have insurance on personal property.
We kind of do.
We do a little bit, but not big riders.
No, we do.
Oh, medical. Yes, we do have medical insurance.
We do have medical insurance. I don't think we're comfortable living without medical insurance.
There's
nothing wrong with us.
This is what we always say to people.
Physically.
We're not, oh, you have to have it, or oh, you don't. We know lots and lots of people who travel without medical insurance. Will and I operate our life with what makes us sleep at night, and for me, and Will as well, we feel comfortable with medical insurance. Now, our medical insurance only covers serious stuff. And for our visas, we're required.
We're required to get evacuation
insurance for our visas, and it doesn't cover like office visits and stuff like that. And it has a high deductible. However, we're quite happy with it. Nothing serious has happened, but if it does happen, I see comments about the cheese coming on. What's going on with the cheese? Okay, Will's laughing.
We're trying to go in order here, but let's.
No. You gotta come back to cheese. Okay,
we will talk about the cheese.
We do have medical insurance. We have it through IMG insurance. And we like I said, it covers the serious stuff, and that's what we need it for. Frankly, we were just talking about our renewal today, and we just upped our
deductible.
We upped our deductible because we don't use it. We never meet the deductible, right, and the insurance, of course, goes up every year, right? Because we're not getting any younger.
Right. The reason being is that
and we're healthy.
is that medical coverage in Europe is so much more affordable than the U.S. that even if we had something go wrong, we still would not hit the deductible anyway. So, so there's no, it doesn't make sense at this point because we're pretty healthy, I like to think.
Okay, so
we need to start running more though.
Booten says camping sites are the best points to refill propane tanks. They have all sorts of adapters.
Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them
you have to stay at them first, which we don't do that.
Well, not just that, but let's put it this way.
Or
I've asked at a lot of
Carl
campsites.
says or buy refillable tanks and the adapters for each country.
Right. So let's cover both.
Will's going to cover both of those.
So basically, I've asked at every single front desk at the campsites, saying, "Do you know where I can refill?" And they're like, "No." And then because what we're trying to do is this: we're trying to stay as eco-friendly as possible. Because I don't care about buying an Italian tank and spending $30 on it and sort of then throwing it away.
I do.
But I care about throwing it away because because no one's gonna find a French tank in Italy and say, "Oh, let's be good citizens and take it back to France." They're gonna put in some landfill, and then they're gonna sort of wind up becoming like this hazard to the world. So we're gonna do our best to try and refill them at like refilling stations. Even if we have to go out of our way by half an hour, we'll do that. That's our thing. So, which leads us to the other question: is do we buy the refillable tanks? And the answer is at this point, we should. However, it's like €600, maybe a little more to do that. And at this point, we're not refilling tanks where it's inconvenient like this too often.
Yeah.
So that that makes it worth the effort. So if we were having to throw away tanks like every other week because we're changing countries that often, maybe. But today, not yet. But it is on our list because I know we're going to be in here longer than we expected to.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
If I found an RV dealer right now and saying, for €500, I'll swap you out because you go on an LPG at that point, and LPG is cheaper than going to propane. I mean, if you have it long enough, it does pay for itself. I just don't know if it would pay for itself for us.
Yeah.
But I think it would be more convenient, and I think it would save us a lot of hassle of trying to say don't turn on the propane, because that's really.
So the long story short is we'll keep you posted.
That's our dilemma with propanes are the same dilemmas we have with our Wi-Fi with our SIM cards.
Yeah.
We ration it pretty well.
Carl says, love the salt mine video, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl.
That was such a cool experience and such a beautiful area. Jack wants to know, where's the cheese? I ate it all. Exactly.
All right.
We actually have the cheese here, but we weren't sure if we were going to do it because we thought, if we start off with the cheese, people are going to be like, God, these guys.
But we do have a new cheese for the week.
We do. Wait, let's finish up our comments first. And you guys are funny, making fun of me eating all the cheese.
All right, so let's okay, so what is our cheese of the week?
Wait, don't open it because it's messy.
No, it's messy. Okay.
What do you think the cheese is that we're having in Italy?
So in Naples, to forget Italy.
Okay, yeah, in Naples. Do we have any guesses?
So Naples is the home of pizza, right? And so the pizza is three ingredients, right? The tomato sauce.
Yeah. The dough.
Well, 4 ingredients, I guess.
Okay.
And then it's basil, mozzarella, and sauce, and the pomodoro, right?
Mozzarella, yay!
So we have
winner.
We've already opened this up, and this is the freshest buffalo mozzarella that we ever had in our life.
Do you want to get a knife?
No, because it's messy. But usually we have something set up and we get some cheese and we try.
And we talk about it, but we didn't. We will do that from now going on. And to see, I was telling Will, maybe they don't. Maybe they won't want to hear about the cheese. And so,
okay, so a little backstory for those of you guys who don't know is that basically we always did on Facebook
cheese.
Live, and we did cheese every single week, and
we called it Cheesy Hour.
It's not Cheesy Hour without cheese.
You're right, Bob.
I know. You see, just like that. Some traditions just carry on. And I think from now on, whenever we do this live, we're going to continue to do the cheese. Thank you, guys.
We're going to continue to do the cheese. I'm so glad.
Some habits die hard.
I'm so glad.
But essentially, this is really, really good. It melts in your mouth. You know, some buffalo mozzarella or some mozzarella just has this really
like
rubbery type, you try and... it's not good.
So
it just melts in your mouth.
We did a walking tour of Naples at the beginning of the week, and... the woman that was with us said, this is the best mozzarella you're ever going to have. And we're like, yeah, they all say that, right? It's probably your brother who runs the place. And it's really that good. It is really, and I don't know the name of the place we bought it at, and the guy just kind of whipped it out and threw it in a bag, and water was leaking out the bottom, and I'm like, oh my God. And he gave me another bag, and I took it home, and Will and I loved it. We did keep a little piece, so we're gonna enjoy that without you guys later.
By the way, quick
wait.
No, wait. If those of you guys are not subscribed to our channel now, can you subscribe at this point?
Subscribe, please.
If you guys been hanging out this long, you still haven't subscribed. Just hit that button, hit that little alarm, and then you'll get notifications. Just let's make this relationship real.
Let's consummate it. Okay, Lily wants to know if we canceled our health insurance in the U.S. Yes.
No,
However,
well,
the one that we had before we started traveling,
okay,
yes.
so right. So we still have health insurance in the U.S. and this is.
Well, no. We canceled the health insurance we had in the U.S.
But we're covered in the U.S.
But we got rid of that. And then when we got IMG, we're covered in the U.S. through that.
Right. So the company we use is IMG Global, and the plan that we have covers us in the U.S. as long as we're outside of the U.S. for more than 50% of the year, which at this point we're outside of the U.S. for like 100% of the year. And so, yeah, I mean, we still have insurance in the U.S. If we step foot in the U.S., we'd still be covered. We wouldn't have any issues.
We are thinking about taking the insurance in the U.S. if our plan allows that. We got to call them on Monday. Off Will and I, and then just doing special insurances when we're in the U.S. We got to see what the price difference is. If it's going to knock hundreds of dollars off our policy,
or thousands of
dollars. We're probably gonna take it up and just take it off and just get something when we go there. We'll keep it on the kids no matter what. But
the only issue with that is that for we still have to have something for like the Healthcare Affordability Act,
right,
for tax purposes,
right?
Or that we can take the penalty. We haven't decided yet. So
we're gonna have to figure out the numbers and what's the best situation
there's a
for
tax
it.
side to everything.
Okay, let's see what we got going on. Oh my gosh, you guys are so kind. We make you laugh. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get my head up in my bed up there tonight. Thank you, Oscar.
No, you're going in order. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm skipping. I'm sorry. I'm responding real time. Money Kim, one of the quirks that makes your channel unique. That and the fact we're crazy. Okay. Oops. This is a hard button to figure out. Okay. Have you made a video about your jobs being location independent? I'm interested in doing something similar. Okay.
No.
Okay. So we did
a Q&A once.
But
we talked about what we did.
But so let's talk about our work now because.
Well, I mean, location independent, like digital nomad, things like a big thing, and people like to follow that stuff, and that's fine.
When we started, we both had location independent careers work. Will had clients, and one big client from a company that allowed him to work any place, and I had a design business. That has since changed. In March, Will and I started a business together, and it's called Worldtowning. And what we do is...
And our dreams of working together has finally come... We actually like working together. Well, I like working with her.
I love it. All right, so...
Being tethered to a desk is no more. Now I'm tethered to you.
Tethered to me.
Yes.
He works for me. No, we are co-founders together, and what we do is we teach people how to world town, and we
our objective is to get more people traveling.
Yeah, it's purely selfish. We want more people traveling because we think this is great, and we meet cool people, and it opens people's mind, and people learn that the world is not scary, and people are great. And I'm going to get off my soapbox, but that's how I feel, right?
We really do like it. No, not just that, but I mean, let's put it this way. Well, we do it because we know a lot of people would like to travel more. The problem is I think a lot of people are too afraid to actually cut the cord and get going.
Basically what happened is we took an entire year while still working our day jobs and our business when we were living in the United States to plan to come live this life. And it was stressful, and there were so many times that Will and I wanted to quit and give up. We were doing it at 9 o'clock at night. On weekends, we were exhausted. We had so many questions. We didn't know what to do. And we came up with the idea of, oh my gosh, I would have paid someone to help me with this. But there was no one to help us. We had to figure it out all on our own.
Yep.
There was a lot of wasted time figuring out things and researching things that we could have streamlined things and much more efficient if we had some guidance by someone that's done it. So we offer 1 hour just consults if you have questions. We have private clients where we go through everything with you and customize it to your location that you're going to be world towning in. And then we have a class, which we just started a couple of weeks ago. Bob's in our class.
Hey, Bob.
And we're gonna actually be registering for the second class in about a month, where it's a 10-week session, and we do it on Zoom, and we have all the people on the screen from all over the world, and we go through each week. We have a topic we discuss related to travel. Why? Your big why of why you're doing this. Emotions, housing, visas, medical, schooling,
technology,
community, finance,
basically
all of it.
cover just about everything so that you have no questions to say, am I ready to go?
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. We'll send you your check later.
But this session now, we're basically wrapping up our pilot at this point.
Yes.
And we're getting ready to launch for our next session, which will be...
our winter 2018 session.
Yep, which will be around January, February.
Yeah. We're working on the marketing right now. PayPal is fine, Bob? Okay, I'll send it right over. I'll get Will on it. So the format is that we We send each week before the live class, we send you homework and things to consider and things to discuss with your partner if you're traveling with a partner. And then an hour or so video of us talking about the topic. So when you come to the live class, you come with your questions, you come with your concerns, you come with your complications, and we also have a guest speaker speaking on the topic each week. So you have kind of us at your disposal, as well as it's great to have a group setting because you learn so much from other people that are in the class, right? You share and help each other and all this kind of good stuff. So Bob wants to know if the info is on the website. No, the info is...
No, Bob.
The
Travel
info,
Buggers.
Oh, I'm sorry, those Travel Buggers. I thought that was Bob. Sorry. Yeah. It's not on the website. We choose not to keep it on the website. We're going to market it for a week in December and then a week in January, and then we're going to open registration for 4 days, and that's it.
But we might add it as
we might add
because
it.
it is something we do. You know,
yeah,
it's
we might add it, but we kind of, we at this point, we're just kind of, marketing it and then opening it and filling it up and then closing registration. We don't, It's not like one of those ongoing things where you pay a monthly fee and you talk to us every month. We want to get you launched, right? We don't want to keep you on our accounts receivable for the rest of your life, right? Our goal is not to teach you for the next 5 years. Our goal is to get you launched, right? So we're going to teach you in 10 weeks what you need to know to get out the door. And then we're going to let you go. If you want to come back and chat with us, that's awesome. But we're not going to kind of, sift your money for 2 years paying us a monthly fee and you never launch, right? We want you out there traveling.
All right. So we
want to see you on the road.
We make sure that you're there, essentially, and it's fun because we did it in chronological
I'm sorry,
order.
was that a queer sales pitch, guys?
All right, whatever.
Anyway. I love the class. I love the people in it, and I think it's a great way to get out traveling. So.
All right. So that being said,
all right. Was there So Lily says, was there anything you forgot to arrange or complete in the USA before leaving that you would recommend to us?
Well, there's stuff that we've done. Okay, so
that's a great question, by the way.
After we left the U.S., there's things that we fine-tuned. Let's put it this way. I don't know whether there's something that we would have done that we felt like, oh my gosh, we truly messed up on. But these things that we fine-tuned, and one of the things we fine-tuned was...
first of all, we simplified considerably. We didn't need all the stuff we took.
Right, we put a ton of stuff in storage. And then we had like a massive yard sale before we left.
We sold 85% of our stuff before we left, and then 2 years later we went back and sold another 10%. So just be aggressive in getting rid of your stuff. If you're going for a year and you want to keep it, that's different. But if you're going to go long term, get rid of it.
Right. We still have a little bit in storage, guys.
Not much though.
But not much. It's stuff that we're really like sentimentally tied to.
Christmas decorations that were handmade.
My camping equipment that I love.
Yeah, some skis, some stuff from the kids' childhood, stuff like that. I can't think of anything, however, I think it's really important to make sure you bring all your legal documents wherever you go, especially if you're going to be extending a visa or trying to get a long-term visa. Make sure you have those birth certificates. Make sure you have...
I think one of the things we've done differently...
What we would have done differently is...
setting up our mail.
Yeah, we didn't set up our mail initially through a virtual mailbox.
We did it through a P.O. box, which, we had family members check for us, which was fantastic. But other than that,
I would go for the virtual mailbox right away.
We do that right away. Yeah, it's really a super convenient way to make sure you get your mail every day.
And another thing I would say that's somewhat moderately related is do as much as you can while you're still in your home country. So if you're thinking you're going to homeschool, start learning how to do that now. If you're thinking you want to start a business or you want to work remotely and you're not doing it yet, start now. Everyone thinks that once you work really hard and once you get off, our virtual mailbox is traveling mailbox, by the way.
No. What is a virtual mailbox?
Oh, okay.
Finish your story.
Okay, yeah. Everyone thinks that once they set off to go travel, that all this hard work they've done, they're just going to get to like the land of, for us, it was like coffee and rainbows in Costa Rica. And it was still really hard. And looking at it now, we bit off a lot more than we could chew, and we struggled there for the first several months. So do as much as you can now where you understand the language, the food, where to get things you need, anything like that. Do as much as you can before you go.
We have a thing where we always talk about, Jessica and I, that we things go wrong and things go right because we don't stack the cards in our favor.
Yeah.
And for us, the more you can do ahead of time to stack your cards in your favor so that when you do go, it's seamless. Do it now because otherwise, if you kick the can further down the road, it's still going to catch up to you.
Yeah.
So, that's essentially that is essentially the purpose of what we're doing with the Worldtowning University and everything else. And like we get people to actually address things now, as opposed to later. So
and we hold them accountable. I mean, we're not
right.
like, you didn't do your homework, Bob. Nothing like that.
No, but I mean,
but we break it down in easy, manageable steps, so you're not completely overwhelmed with everything you have to do and thinking, how am I going to do this? You know.
Right.
So John says we're out of there next year, our first RV, and so nervous, but you guys give us so much confidence. Hope to see you on your road. Awesome, John. Where are you going to RV?
Are you going to Europe? Okay. Let us know.
Okay. And let's see. Bob says the class is awesome and fun. Thank you, Bob.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, I got that. Let's see. Sorry. You can.
And then basically Bob is saying that plus is that we have class members in different continents. I know. It's really cool. I mean.
Yeah. So we have people.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. We'll send you a double check this month. So we have people on 3 continents in the class, and which is great because you get different people.
Europe, Australia, and North America.
Yeah, you get people different perspective on what they're going through and where they want to go and what it takes to get there. Because we don't, we talk about things in more of a general sense in the class because we're not catering to one individual. So everyone comes back to class and talks about the research they found about what does it take to get a visa to go live in the United States versus someone from the U.S. who wants to go to Europe. I think it's really great to learn this, even if you're not planning on going to any of these countries. It's really awesome to learn that. So thank you for sharing that, Bob.
So hold on, Malaki Travels said, "What is a virtual mailbox?" So what is a virtual mailbox? It's something that they have in the U.S. I assume they have this in other places around the world. But where you have your mail forwarded to a central location, whether it's like an address or it's like a P.O. box, but they'll take that mail and they'll scan it for you and they'll send you an email of what it is.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic because you don't have to worry about someone checking your mail for you. It's
they're bonded and all this kind of stuff. You have to be comfortable with someone. If something comes, you can have them open it, scan it, shred it, and then you have 5 or 6 different selections you can do on there and what you can click on. So check it out. We love ours. Ours is traveling mailbox. And let's see. Travel Buggers says also save copies of docs on Google Drive or Dropbox. Yes, that's great. Definitely bring additional copies. We did that, and we actually sent it to a family member to hold on to. So I think that's a very good point.
Yep.
Jack wants to know if we have clients from outside the U.S. Yes.
Yes.
We have clients in the class, but we also have personal clients. So we've had every client every continent. We haven't had Antarctica
or Africa.
Yeah.
Or Africa.
We're working on those. Who wants to be the first one? If you're the first one, you get a free
T-shirt. If you're
t-shirt.
in Antarctica, just give us a call.
Okay, hold on one second. All right, what else do we have for questions? There's something just popped up that I didn't see. Look.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Hold on, I got to show Will this one right here.
What are you talking about?
Right here, this.
Okay.
You see that?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
All right. So hi there. Let's see. Oh boy, this is gonna be a hard one. Radiusu. Oh my God, my pronunciation is terrible. I'm so sorry. We shared the same French teacher and year. Oh, very cool. I know who you are. She told me. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I think you're someone else. She told me about you guys, and I've been following you ever since. I'd love to see you with 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
We'd like to see that too.
We'd like to see that too. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate that.
I guess we're talking about social media real quick.
Travel Buggers is South African. Woohoo! Let's get you in the class.
So one of the things that we're trying, everyone's trying to build a social media. Who isn't? But in terms of 10,000, if you guys are not subscribed to us on Instagram, give us a try, because one of the things that sort of, if you like this sort of real-time stuff that we're talking about, because we actually like this being real-time too, and it is one of the things that we're trying to do more so in our vlogs. But Jessica on the Instagram stories is as real-time as it gets. So she posts about 10 to 20 times a day about stuff that we're doing, and it's a lot of fun, and you get a chance to see sort of what more day in the life looks like and what we're doing today. And we're trying to get to 10,000 there, because when you get to 10,000, you get the swipe ups. And I don't even know if we even know what to do once we get the swipe ups.
I know what to do.
You know what to do? Okay. Well, you know what to
do. Amy, thank you. She said she loves our Insta stories. I think that's a good idea, Jack. First in Poland. I want to hit every country. It's Hallstatt all over again. Oh my gosh.
It is, yeah.
Carl.
Well, we have issues.
We have pronunciation issues. We are pronunciation challenged, but that was not even a pronunciation thing. We were just tired and just was relating it to another place that we'd been to, and it just stuck in our head. And
we don't even know.
I know people think we're perfect, but we're not.
We're gonna put up our video about Ljubljana, and we're pronouncing it really well now.
We were pretty good on the video, weren't we? Oh no, is it bad?
Wait till you see the edit.
Oh no. Oh,
wait till Ljubljana.
We're so bad at pronouncing things that our friends send us an app of how to pronounce things.
If you want to smear us on the comments in the videos, knock yourself out.
Yeah,
it's fun to get a little banter.
I mean, I'm just happy. I mean, most of the time we're lucky we get a shower before these tours. So I mean, I guess people could be saying, "Oh, you guys look really dirty," but
there's a reason why we wear hats.
We are doing our best with pronouncing things, but I mean, I'm definitely challenged in that area. So we don't mind being corrected. Don't call us stupid because
and especially when we get to like Germany, forget it. It's
oh my gosh,
it's a whole new world.
Wait till we get to Southeast Asia. We're going to be in big trouble. Maybe we'll get better by then, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Mom says maybe Largo can find a client in Antarctica. He's going there. That's a great idea. Carl says it's part of the fun of our videos. Yes, watching us make fools of ourselves. I feel like we should
if you
practice.
Can't laugh at yourself.
I mean we have to, guys. Look how we're living. I mean, we're living in a camping car. But you can't. Everything isn't going to be perfect, and whatever. But the best thing is that we're living how we want to live happily. We have a business that we're very passionate about. We get to work together. We get to spend a lot of time with our kids. And if we pronounce things wrong once in a while,
I keep kicking the table.
But essentially,
right? I mean, what we're trying to do, going back to what we were talking about before, what we're trying to do with this life is trying to spend as much time with our kids before they launch on their own lives. So, we're gonna try and do our best to find a way to spend as much time with them as possible.
Yeah.
And and in this case, we're actually finding something that we're passionate about, which is helping people sort of find their passions.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win in this case.
And the kids. Someone said, where are the kids? The kids are up there over there in their cubbies. Actually, they sometimes come into when we were on Facebook, they sometimes come into our hold on one second.
What are you talking about?
I'm just writing this down so I don't forget it.
Oh. Okay. Anyway,
so they sometimes sometimes they come into our when we were on Facebook into our lives, but right now they had a 7-hour tour, and so now they're having movie night. Normally they have it on Friday nights, but they're having it now and just hunkering down. The two of them, I think they're exhausted, so they're taking some personal time right now. But they love to poke their head in here. What cameras do we use? Okay, so we use.
Wait. We use all Canon gear. So I shoot. With the video, I shoot it mostly with a Canon 80D, that's 80D.
Yeah.
It's a great camera. I love that it does autofocus, and then the lenses are. I have a 10-22, and then I also have a 50mm f1.4, which is fantastic, and then like the kit lens that came with it, which is a 18-135, I think it is. I use them all interchangeably, and I need to get better.
Yeah.
Like anything else, you can always improve your craft, and I think we've got a lot more improvement than we are sort of getting worse. So, we're trying our best to go ahead and just create quality stuff and doing it on the road. It's not. And then Mike. It's not. I think there's a lot more we can learn, and the problem is just finding time more than anything else. Because we're trying to educate, we're trying to do work, and we're trying to sort of just live our life and
occasionally have some time together.
Yeah. We're doing the best we can.
And my camera, where's my camera?
And you shoot with a Canon Mark D Mark III.
And I love my camera. The problem is that the body and lens are very heavy.
Right. So you have
and I have a lot of neck problems. You'll sometimes see me rubbing it in the videos and stuff. So
you have the 24-105 lens.
I got a Joby strap, which I absolutely love. It's taken a lot of pressure off my neck. The camera hangs way down low, like just around where my thighs are, and I can just grab it to shoot and then just let it go when I'm not shooting. And I'm very happy with the camera. I wasn't at first because it's so heavy, but I've kind of found a way around it now. So I'm very happy with it.
Yep.
Bob says, I envision 3 generations of Swero living in a 40-foot Class A someday.
Yep.
Do you see that, Will?
No, not a Class A. I envision it in a sailboat. I don't know about a bigger RV.
Little Swero grain babies.
Well, the
running
problem is a Class A is just so big, and I don't know where we'd actually be doing it. You'd have to be in the U.S. for that. And
Probably.
I don't think we're ready for that just
I
yet.
don't think I've seen any Class A's here. Have you?
No, a couple.
You've seen a couple?
Yeah.
Maybe in some bigger campgrounds, but
couple,
I can't even imagine one wiggling in here between the mandarin trees. This is so tight here. It'd be challenging, and we're in 21.5 feet, or just under 7 meters, and it was a little. It's not very busy at this campground right now, but I can't imagine what it must be like in the summer when it's packed and you're trying to wiggle in between the trees and other camping cars. I think it must be really, really crazy.
Yep.
So, should we wrap it up? I love this. This is super interactive, guys, and really fun. Does anyone have any last-minute questions they want to throw out there? I think we got all of them.
I think we got everything.
We're gonna do this every.
Let's see here. What did Iris say? I'll visit through dead and water.
Is that?
That's thank you, Iris.
What does she think? She's gonna be dead by then?
No, that means that she'll always come and visit us.
Oh,
That's nice.
thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Paul has a cannon too. He said thanks for the information. So we're gonna do this here every Saturday at the same time. Sometimes we'll probably.
I don't know. We may alternate between Facebook and here.
I'm not going back to Facebook.
We're not going back to Facebook.
Will will be on Facebook. I'm staying here.
Why?
I like it more.
All right. Maybe.
Maybe you should look into stock libraries to sell your travel images to raise.
You know what? It's funny because everyone has told me that.
We've had a lot of people tell us that. The problem is that finding the time to actually upload this and do this. And I know it sounds really weird, and I don't want this to be about, oh, we have no time, but Will and I usually wake between 6:30 and 7:30 every morning. We go to bed between 10 and 11, and there's really not much time in between that to do other things besides work and school or on our adventure days.
Yep.
And we take very little time off, so I don't know where we would fit that in.
I know. The problem is
but we want to.
I've got so much amazing drone footage that I can't imagine how it wouldn't sort of work out. But, I mean, like anything else, I enjoy it, and maybe I should just make just really cool, epic drone videos, and that would be really cool because, I mean, for all of our time in France, I mean, we've got stuff from all over southern France, and
oh my gosh,
and I would love to go ahead and just shoot all that and edit it and put it to like epic montage and just get that out there.
I love that people are putting on here that you have showers and you'll give us showers and hookups and all this stuff. Will is on a goal to make sure he showers in someone's home shower in every place that we visit, so he's weird.
I have no shame.
He has no shame with people.
I have no shame.
He meets someone at the coffee shop and say, "Oh, can I use your shower?" I'm like, "What? This is weird."
And do you have any conditioner?
Well,
that's a big thing now. I've never actually wanted conditioner until
now he's growing out his hair. So now
this thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but here we go. This is the nasty part.
Keep the hat
right
on.
Here. 9 months ago.
Here we go with Will's hair.
9 months ago, this was nothing. I ran the Paris Marathon, and I have not cut my hair since then. And look at this monstrosity of a bat's nest in here. I am. This is really bad. I'm gonna put this back on, but essentially, I'm excited to see where this hair thing goes because right now it's I'm not loving it. But if I give it another 6 months, it may actually be something I'll be proud of.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up with this one last question here about Wi-Fi. Do we use Wi-Fi or cell service?
We use both. We use both as often as humanly possible. If there is Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, at a restaurant, or at a campground, we will use that. If we have to use our cell phones, then we use that.
Yeah, we use whatever we can get our hands on, basically, because we use a lot of Wi-Fi between our business and Zoom calls and the kids' calls and Skype and all that good stuff.
We're very meticulous on how often we use our cell cards.
Yes.
So pretty much that's it.
All right, guys, we are going to let you go and wrap it up. But thank you for joining. Did you have something you want to say?
No, but thanks for coming by. And essentially, if you guys, if you guys can give us every time you watch our videos a thumbs up, that'd be really great because it helps all.
We would love it if you could share it and meet us back here next Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll be talking a lot about like where we've been, what we've seen, what we haven't liked, what we liked. Life in the RV and stuff like that going forward. And we will see you
Next time.
Next time.
Ciao, guys.
We don't know how to shut this off, so we may just stand here
we're
staring
gonna
at
hit
you
a
for
button right there and see what
Do you
happens.
think that works?
I don't know. Yep. And boom.